Amy Hunt is walking onto the track in Lausanne. She is about to face Shericka Jackson in the 200 meters. Jackson has not lost this race all year. 2 races, 2 wins, one of the fastest times on earth. But wait, Hunt beat her before, on an even bigger stage. Now these two meet again, and only one runner walks away with the momentum. Let's break down where things stand right now. Shericka Jackson has run the 200 meters twice this year. She won both times. In Shanghai, she opened with a fast 22.7 seconds. 1 week later in Xiamen, she got even faster. She broke the meeting record. She clocked 21.87 seconds. That is just 1/100th of a second off the world's best time this year. 2 races, 2 wins, and she got quicker the second time. That is the runner stepping into Lausanne.
Amy Hunt is coming in from a totally different place. Just days before this race, she raced at the European Championships in Birmingham, and she had the best week of her whole career. She won the 100 meters. Then she came back days later and won the 200 meters too, crossing the line in 22.99 seconds. That made her the first woman since 2018 to win both sprints at Europeans. She also grabbed gold in the 4x100 relay and the mixed relay. 4 gold medals, 1 championship. That made her the most decorated athlete at the whole event. So on paper, this looks easy. Jackson has the faster times. Jackson has crushed every race this year. But paper does not tell the whole story, and that is where this gets interesting. Here is the twist. Amy Hunt already beat Shericka Jackson this year, on a stage even bigger than Lausanne. At the World Championships in Tokyo, Hunt ran the race of her life. She took silver. She beat Jackson, who took bronze. Hunt broke down in tears after that race. She said she could not stop smiling or crying. It was her first individual medal on the biggest stage in the sport, and she earned it by beating one of the most dangerous 200-meter runners ever on the day it mattered most. That is the tension under this Lausanne showdown. Jackson looks unbeatable this season, but the last time these two actually raced, Hunt came out on top.
Let's talk about why Jackson is so dangerous. Her story goes way beyond 2 wins this season. Back in 2023, Jackson ran 21.41 seconds in the 200 meters. That is the second fastest time ever run by a woman. Only Florence Griffith Joyner has gone faster, and that record has stood since 1988. Jackson also won back-to-back world titles in this event in 2022 and 2023. She has Olympic medals from both Rio and Tokyo in her collection. When people call Shericka Jackson one of the greatest sprinters ever, this is exactly why. But her last 2 seasons were rough. An Achilles injury kept her out of the Paris Olympics completely. Just imagine that. One of the best sprinters alive, stuck watching the Olympics from her couch. That is what happened to Jackson. It would have been easy for her career to fall apart after that. Instead, she fought back. She won bronze at last year's World Championships in Tokyo, even while still working her way back to full fitness. That result told everyone she still had plenty left. This season, healthy again, she looks like the old Jackson. Her Shanghai win was her fastest season opener since 2023, the same year she ran that 21.41. Then Xiamen came, and she went even faster. She is not just winning, she is speeding up every single time she races, and that pattern makes her terrifying heading into Lausanne.
Now here is why Amy Hunt's rise means even more than it looks like. Hunt's road to this level was not smooth either. A torn quad wrecked her early career in 2022, on top of pandemic disruptions before that. She did not even start training fully again until mid-2023. From that point, everything changed fast. Her personal bests kept dropping in the 100 and the 200, meet after meet. Last year, she stood on a World Championship podium in Tokyo for the first time, grabbing silver ahead of Jackson. Since then, her season has just kept building. She has run under 11 seconds in the 100 meters over and over this year, something that used to be rare for her. And she carried that speed straight into her European sprint double. In a sport where progress usually comes in tiny steps, Hunt has been leaping forward. Here is something most people watching in Lausanne do not know. Hunt has been fighting a serious health issue all season. She has opened up about having dangerously low blood pressure, so low that she has nearly fainted after multiple 200-meter races this year. She has been racing through real physical danger every single time she steps to the line, and she is still walking away with gold medals. That is not just talent, that is a whole different level of toughness.
There is a third runner in this race, and she cannot be ignored. Her name is Shaunae Miller-Uibo. She is from the Bahamas, and she is a two-time Olympic champion in the 400 meters, one of the most accomplished athletes on this whole start list. She has not run the 200 much lately, choosing to focus on the longer sprint for most of her career. But the moment she stepped back into this event this season, she proved she still belongs with the fastest women alive. She finished second behind Jackson in both Shanghai and Xiamen, running season's bests both times, closing the gap a little more with every race. She is not the headline story here, but she has more than enough speed and championship experience to spoil the party for either Jackson or Hunt if one of them slips up even a little. So what happens when that gun fires in Lausanne? Jackson comes in as the favorite, and for good reason. Her season's best of 21.87 beats anything Hunt or Miller-Uibo has run this year, and she has looked fully in control in every race so far. If she gets anywhere close to that Xiamen time again, she will be almost impossible to beat. But Hunt shows up riding the biggest wave of confidence of her whole career. She is a fresh European champion in both sprints. She already has a win over Jackson at a global championship in her pocket, and she knows exactly what is on the line, because everyone watching knows Jackson holds the faster times on paper this season. There is history on the line too, right there in Lausanne. The meeting record for the fastest 200 meters ever run there belongs to Merlene Ottey, a three-time Olympic silver medalist who ran 22.07 seconds all the way back in 1995. That record has survived for more than 30 years. Given how fast Jackson has been running this season, there is a real chance it falls in this very race. For Jackson, even more is riding on this than the record books. A win in Lausanne would hand her a third Diamond League victory of the season, and it would lock in her spot at the Diamond League final in Brussels, where the champion walks away with the Diamond Trophy. This race is not just about beating Hunt, it is about business, and about proving her comeback is complete.
This is what makes track and field so gripping. It is never just about who owns the fastest personal best. It is about who shows up on the day, who handles the pressure, and who wants it more the second that gun goes off. Jackson has the numbers. Hunt has the recent head-to-head win and career-best momentum on her side. Miller-Uibo has the experience and the power to shock everyone watching. A win for Jackson proves she is fully back, closing in on Diamond League history and pushing toward that Brussels final. A win for Hunt proves Tokyo was no fluke and that her European gold medals were only the beginning. Either way, whoever crosses that line first sends a message to every sprinter still chasing them the rest of the season. This rivalry was not built for headlines. It is built on real results, real medals, and real history between two of the best sprinters on Earth right now. And after Lausanne, it only gets more intense from here.